Good evening and welcome to Omnibros Live. I am Omnidog from Omnidog's Vault, and my co-host tonight, the fabulous Gabe the Babe from Gabe Infinity Watch. Gabe, how's it going, dude?
I'm good, Jess. I'm good, man. How you been?
Good. I'm notably headache-free for the past few days, so that's good. I didn't get a chance to read very much this past week, which means I didn't read anything at all because I had migraines all week. But that doesn't mean I can't talk about our fabulous sponsor, InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to 50% off your collected discount. Jeez. Okay, let's try it again. InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to 50% off your collected editions. Loyalty discounts can add 2% to that. This week until September 28th, with the code Batman, you get an extra 3% off. That doesn't stack with the 2%, but you get 3% off if you type in the discount code Batman. And we'll talk about why they have that code in a couple of minutes. But that ends September 28th. Today's the 24th, so you have 4 more days to get an extra 3% using the code Batman. Over $50 in the United States with in an order gets you free shipping, fabulous packaging, fabulous customer service. That's InStockTrades.com. And the reason they're offering this Batman code, Gabe, is apparently because Ryley told the whole world that, was it last Thursday, that I think it was last Thursday's show, that InStock Trade still had the infamous Batman, what's it called? Damned?
Dick? It's called a dick, Jess.
No, I meant the issue. What's the issue called?
Oh, yeah, it's called Batman Damned.
Yes, and the first printing of that does show a shadow of the Batwang, and it is going to be taken out for the next printings, but Ryley said that InStock Trades still had them, and InStock Trades got a run on them and couldn't fill all the orders. Told people you could only order 1 or 2. Apparently, people were ordering hundreds of them because they're going for 30 or 40 bucks right now on eBay. And so they instituted the Batman code as a way of saying we're sorry. So that's pretty good. 3% off extra. So, for instance, if the book is 50% off, you can get it for 53% off, which is quite a big deal.
And that's very nice of InStock Trades. They're basically saying, sorry you tried to be a scalper and flip all these books, and we can help you with that scheme, but here's 3% off.
Right. And you actually have read it, am I right?
Yeah, I read it. I own it. We'll probably talk about it today. But to add on to the InStock Trades plug,
okay.
Also this week, we're going to have Ron Mars on Wednesday for an interview, one of our awesome interviews. We've been doing a lot of good interviews lately.
Yeah.
But InStock Trades is going to have this book, Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner, Volume 1, written by our guest, Ron Mars, will be on sale this week as well. Is it 50% off, Jess? Am I lying?
It's 50% off. Yeah,
50% off this week to honor or to celebrate our interview with Ron Mars. So check that out. This might be a lot more. I don't want to pretend like I'm building my own hype train, but if anybody knows anything about Heroes in Crisis that comes out this week, people might get a lot more interested in this book, which is the first appearance of Kyle Rayner. Kyle Rayner is one of the 6 on the list of people who might die in the first issue of Heroes in Crisis. So this might get a lot more popular if that is the case.
Yeah, so IST should have it for 50% off tomorrow. Yep. Tomorrow being Tuesday, IST Tuesday.
IS Tuesday is cool. That's awesome. IST Tuesday. That's like TGI Fridays.
Yeah, IS Tuesday. IST Tuesday.
IST Tuesday. That's like the hashtag on Instagram.
Right. So we got hauls, reads, previews, and admittedly, as I said, I had migraines this week, so I didn't get to read much at all. And wait, I did read something. I read Rogue and Gambit. That was good. I liked it.
Rogue and Gambit or Mr. and Mrs. X?
The trade paperback that came out called Rogue and Gambit, where they go to a. I already filed it away, which is pretty remarkable for me because usually I have books all over the place. They go undercover to a mutant couples therapy paradise island type thing to find out why mutants are disappearing from this place. And it's actually a pretty funny story. It's fun. It's witty. It's got great art. I really enjoyed it. That's Rogue and Gambit.
It's like a 90s romance comedy / detective movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
These two have a history with each other, and let's put them together in an uncomfortable situation, like pretending they're a couple, and all the laughs happen.
Right. Yeah, it's got some pretty snappy dialogue. It's written by Kelly Thompson, who I really like, and she does a good job on that book.
Jay Don in the chat says his copy of Batman Damned got canceled, but he got one locally.
Oh, good for you.
I wonder, Jay Don, did you have to pay extra, or basically how much did you get it for? Let me know.
Oh yeah, if the local comic shop jacked it up.
Yeah.
Tyler Trent says they're going for around 60 now.
It's crazy.
I'm not doing that. I'm just not going to do that. Even if I got the issue, which I don't think it's going to get filled. I think my copy's not going to get filled. I still wouldn't flip it. I mean, I want to read it. It sounds interesting.
Yeah.
It's written by Azzarello, right?
Yeah, it's written by Brian Azzarello, art by Lee Berhamo. This team has a track record with one another because they did that Joker book and they did Luthor together.
Oh, right.
I think they put those two together in Absolute, didn't they?
They did, yeah. There's Absolute Joker and Absolute Luthor.
It's all one Absolute, right? It's like a 2-pack? Like a 2-pack pure?
2-pack, yeah. Where is that? Yeah, I'm not seeing it right now.
But no, it's great. It's really an interesting book. It's like we were saying, Brian Azzarello, Lee Berhamo. If you've ever seen, and unfortunately, Jess, he's also the same guy that did your favorite Batman book.
I know.
Batman Noel.
But there's nothing wrong with the art in that book. The art was really good.
I don't remember. Just remind me. Did he write Batman Noel too?
He did, yeah.
Okay. Well, sometimes artists don't always make the best writers as well. But either way, like the art in this is fantastic. Don't worry, anybody. There's no Bat Blue Vayner on these pages, so you're safe to look. Oh wait, Constantine's in it, so he has anytime Constantine shows up, there's trouble, and this story does seem like Constantine will be causing some trouble for Batman.
I think that's an awesome pairing.
Batman and Constantine, yeah.
That sounds fun to me because I love Constantine when he's written well.
And yeah, this is the kind of series that allows somebody to write Constantine well. So this is DC's Black Label, which is kind of like, I guess, how like Marvel Max was. It's an imprint where they're able to do, like show dick, but kind of tell stories that you couldn't normally tell in the normal DC universe because of branding and IP awareness, and this guy got a movie coming out, so he can't show his dick in the main DC universe, stuff like that. So, but it's good to see when somebody like Brian Azzarello allowed a little more leniency, and the cuffs are off, and you can do some cool stuff. So,
and how was it to read?
It's great. It's a fun read. It's interesting. It kind of catches you on in the story. Joker is dead.
Oh,
so there's some stuff going on with that. Don't want to give too much away, but it's only a 3-issue series. There's some just really fun. The artwork in here is, you could look at this book for hours. I mean, there's more characters that show up in here. I don't want to spoil all the characters that show up. But,
there's a lot of characters that show up in the book?
Yeah, it's almost like Dark Knight Strikes Again or Dark Knight Returns, where it's familiar characters, but they look a little different, like there's a reinterpretation of certain characters.
Mm.
So a little bit of that in here, you know. Geo will be happy with some of the characters that show up.
Oh, the Inhumans show up?
Yeah, the Inhumans show up, and they all got giant penises. Especially Lockjaw.
Oh, God.
Yeah, no, that's a great book. Sorry to rub it in anybody's face. It's going to be hard to find unless you're willing to drop like $60, apparently. But, you know, it goes to show you that you never know what's going to take off these days.
Jay Don is saying he just paid regular retail for it, so that's good. That means you got a cool local comic shop. That's great.
That's a thin line to walk. That's really scary if you do something like that. If you're a local store and you jack the price up on a brand new book to go with the current market value, that's a very difficult thing. You're going to screw yourself one way or the other. If you don't do it, then you're selling all these books that you could be selling at $40 for $6, and you're gonna lose all that money. But at the same time, you raise it, you're gonna chastise your core audience who wants to just read it. Sure, there's gonna be a lot of flippers out there. We got a bunch of people coming to our store and calling the store who I've never heard of before or seen before. Doesn't always mean that they're just to flip stuff, but that's how it is in a comic book store outlet. When you see people that you don't normally see and are asking for a certain title,
yeah,
they come to you to try and get, you know, that extra kind of flip out of it. Whenever a big movie hits or new character is revealed, we get a bunch of phone calls. How people just, you know, quietly asking, "Oh, do you guys have this certain book?" Like we don't know it's their first appearance. Like when Infinity War hit, a lot of people were just like, "Yeah, I'm looking for Iron Man 55. Do you guys happen to have one of those in stock right now?" And we're like, "Yeah, it's, you know, $2,500. You know,
with that Thanos character."
Yeah, they won't even say that. They're just like, you know, casually like, "Oh, I'm looking for Iron Man 53, 54, 55. I'm trying to fill holes in my collection." You know, that kind of stuff. You're like, "Yeah, no, you're not. I know what you're looking for." Or when they announced Batwoman. God, what's her name? Katie Kane, right? Katie Kane?
Kate Kane.
Kate Kane. A lot of people calling in and asking for, what was it, 52 number 10, I think it is. But yeah, it happens all the time. So it's a thin line. It's really, I don't disagree with, you know, jacking up the price of a book, because business is business and commerce is commerce, and, you know, capitalist society and all. But it's one of those things that you're trying to do it so nobody does it to you. You don't want people buying books off of you for $3 that they can turn around and make 50 off of, and you can do it yourself. But yeah, so good. I'm glad he found one for cover price. Good for him. Now you can flip it for $50.
Yeah, you generate a lot of goodwill when you're a comic book store that's when you're a comic book store that just doesn't jack it up. I would be furious if I walked in to buy a new comic and it was already jacked up. That's a store that would lose my business. Third Eye Comics would never do that in Annapolis.
Yeah, no, that's good. But yeah, you get a lot. You sometimes you just get those people that you know never come into the store unless it's, you know, their local store doesn't have this big book anymore, and you just want to be like, "You don't support me. You don't support this store. You're not a part of our inner group of customers or anything like that." And you kind of want to just go, "Yeah, I got that book for you. You can have it for the $30 it's going for." But,
yeah, I see that. That's interesting. Yeah, I got that too.
Our normal people, you know, even some of our normal people, like our pull box customers and our, you know, everyday customers that come in, they look for extra copies too sometimes. But again, they are the ones you see every week. They come to all of our signings. Yeah. I wouldn't have a problem giving somebody like that, "Hey, I know you. You get it for cover price. I don't know you. You're paying market value for it, because you're out on the market on the hunt for it." So that's the way it works. I don't know. It's a really difficult choice to make. It's almost like what's the cheap graphic novels. They do that on books, on Omnibus sometimes. Once they start selling out, they start slowly taking off discounts. So if it was 50%, it becomes like 40 and going down and down and down and down. Again, I get why they're doing it. They have all the right to do it. I fully support them. As somebody myself that tries to buy cheap and sell high as a retailer, but as a customer, that's jacked up.
Yeah.
Especially with like Omnibus. These things don't easily turn around into like $200 books the next day like these things do.
Right. What book am I thinking of that just issue number 13? Oh, Thanos 13, because that was the first Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Right. That was another one.
Yeah. Is that book still hot?
Yeah, it's still hot. Cosmic Ghost Rider is getting a lot of play. Like Marvel's doing like a month, or was it a week? I don't know, whatever. A theme variant. So every Marvel book had a variant cover that was Ghost Rider. So it would be like Ghost Rider fights the Incredible Hulk, or Ghost Rider fights Wolverine on a Wolverine comic, stuff like that. So he's getting a lot of attention. So that helps bring up the attention on their first appearances too.
Yeah, and I noticed that I got something in my email today about Ghost Rider pops, like combination pops, like they did with Venom Pool and things like that.
Yeah.
I noticed that that's leaked into the pop market. So yeah, Batman Damned up in price, good story, good art, and I'm probably going to end up just waiting till it gets collected, since my order didn't get filled. And yes, I fully admit that I did go onto IST that night that Ryley announced that IST had them, and tried to get one just so I could at least have it. But I guess 1,000 other people got there first.
That's craziness.
I know.
People were trying to buy hundreds of them.
Yeah, good for IST to limit it to one per person.
Yeah, that's another good way to kind of counteract that kind of activity. Just, one per person.
Yeah. So I didn't buy anything this week. I mean, I did get something. I'm sorry. I didn't read anything this week because of my headaches. But I got a really interesting book, 2 books really, that I knew nothing about, that I learned through the Omnibus Collectors Comic Swap and Community page. It's only taken me 3 years to remember that name. It is a 2 hardcover collection that I learned about. I knew nothing about it. I just heard it was funny as heck, and it was put out by a place called Acceptable Comics, and it's called Steve Lichtman, Volume 1 and Volume 2. And while I was waiting for Gabe to sign on, I started flipping through this, and this book's hilarious, like extremely funny. Like I'm going to start reading. I had a bunch of other books that I was going to read, but I'm stopping and reading Steve Lichtman. It's just the first 3 or 4 pages were just laugh out loud funny, and I knew nothing about this book. I can't remember. Maybe it was Molly Foley or somebody who was talking about this book on the page. And Steve Lichtman apparently is the main character in this story. It's also written by a guy named Steve Lichtman. I'll know more when I read this, but it's supposed to be rainy tomorrow, so it may be a good day to stay indoors and read Steve Lichtman. I'm going to try and start it tonight after the show. But Steve Lichtman 1 and Steve Lichtman 2, they come as a set, and they're very nice books. I would say they're standard size, but the presentation's really nice, and the artwork's really good too. It looks like it's got talking skeletons and aliens and maybe vampires and some kind of gore here. I don't know. It looks wild, man. Wild. So,
and that made you stop reading what you had currently reading?
Well, yeah, I was starting to. I'm going to attack this pile of Battle World books that, because I bought them, there's going to be an omnibus now. All those Secret Wars trade paperbacks.
Yeah, there will be now that you bought them all.
Yeah. So you're welcome for that omnibus that's going to be coming out next week. But I was getting ready to attack that pile, but I think I'm going to stop and read Steve Lichtman because the first 3 pages just were really funny.
That's good because you're probably not going to like 80% of those books you bought.
I'm probably not, or I am?
Probably not.
Oh, man. I thought they were all supposed to be good.
I think there's, well, subjectively, of course, but I think there's only 2 series that I like. Thor's A-Force. Or not, yeah, A-Force. And what else was it? Was it I think X-Men 92 came out of there? Or was that after Battle? Yeah.
No, X-Men 92 is one of them.
Yeah.
Cycle Cleveland, this is Steve Lichtman.
Oh, Old Man Logan's really good in that too.
Okay, yeah, I have that one. Jake Knapp is saying Steve Lichtman is amazing. Okay, good. Yeah.
Never heard of it before today.
Yeah, I saw it. That was one of those things that just popped up on the page and everybody raved about it so much. I was just like, okay, let me see if I can get it. If you're interested in getting it, go to acceptablecomics.com and see if it's for sale there. I don't know if it was a Kickstarter or not. It may have been a Kickstarter and now he's selling them on his own. I don't see any Kickstarter notes or anything in here. So I'm not sure, but maybe the chat knows more about it than I do. I'm sure they do now that I think about it. So yeah, Steve Lichtman. That's what it's called. And I can see myself reading this and then making a video about it.
Cool. And you're going to pour root beer on it, and everybody's going to hate you.
No. It's already funny. I can tell I'm going to like it. But yeah, that was weird that I got so much hate for the most recent root beer pouring when I've been doing it for a couple of years. I've talked about 300 books and poured root beer on approximately 5, so it's not a big deal, and it's not like I'm saying these books. I'm not burning books and advocating censorship. It's just shtick. It's just a dumb thing that I do to register my displeasure with a comic book. So I did not pour root beer on Day Tripper, Tyler Trent, you troublemaker.
I don't see that happening. I don't see anybody disliking Day Tripper.
Oh my gosh, Day Tripper's so great. And Jake Knapp saying it was a Kickstarter, so
cool.
Cycle Cleveland, you're late, man. Batman Damned is canceled, and it's going for $60 now. Well, it didn't get canceled. IST is limiting orders to 1 per customer, and the special discount code is Batman for the week because they felt bad about it, and that gets you an extra 3% off. It does not stack with a loyalty discount. I
wonder if it'll stack with the Kyle Rayner Green Lantern discount, so you can get it for 53% off.
Oh, no, I bet that will, because in the email that I got, it said if a book's 50% off, it will be 53% off.
There you go.
So that's pretty darn good. So that's really all I hauled, and I read nothing. So I was a boring, I was hating life this week with all my migraines. I was not digging it.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And just real quick, just to show again, we're talking about that Green Lantern because we have Ron Mars on the show on Wednesday. This is for people who just joined the show we talked about earlier in the show. If you're just joining now, because we've got 70 people watching right now, which is great. Ron Mars, the writer of Green Lantern, creator of Kyle Rayner, will be on the show this Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time. He will be doing an interview with us. We've been getting some great interviews, some great guests. Ron Mars will be next one up. And IST is doing 50% off of this trade paperback to celebrate Ron Mars' interview with us. So that stacks. That's 53% off a book that's only $30 to begin with. So
nice. I don't even have that book, so I should get it.
Yeah.
And Tyler Trent, when we go over the previews, I'll be able to tell you what's 50% off and what's not, because I did get the letter from Cameron this week, and the email rather, and we will be going over that.
Could you imagine if it was a letter? Like you had to handwrite us every week with a discount for it and put it in the mail?
Put it in the mail. Dear Jess, the following books are 50% off.
Had to send it out 2 weeks in advance.
I think he makes the decision, you know, like 2 days, 1 day ahead of time. So they're programming like right now, programming the site. So let's see. Did you haul anything besides Batman Damned, or did you read anything?
That was it for me. I'm still slowly crawling through Seven Soldiers Omnibus.
Oh yeah, how's that going?
I'm enjoying it. I'm not too deep in it, like probably less than 12 issues, but it's right now it's kind of a part of the story where it's kind of like gathering up the gang. So you're getting to know like the Guardian and all these other characters involved. So it's cool so far. We'll see what happens. But that's it. Just Batman Damned. It's been busy this week. This week kind of just fell through my fingers, it felt like. Like all of a sudden it's Monday again.
Yeah. I'm just responding to all the various people that may or may not appear on the show.
Oh, we have a signing this week at Torpedo. We have Jay Lee.
Ooh.
And Sam Keith.
Wow. I can't believe the weekend. I got to get my tickets because I'm going to be bummed if all the flights are sold out now that I've been so hyped for that weekend that I'm coming.
Yeah, they're going to be like $400 tickets now.
I know. I'm going to be getting a room in the Motel 6. It's going to be some stripper convention in town and everything's all sold out. Stripper convention. Now that would be cool.
Yeah. Yeah, you should come out here when the porn stars are out here.
Okay. Sure. Why not?
So you haven't booked a room or anything yet?
No, I'll do that. I'll do that. Tomorrow's a good day. I got tomorrow wide open. So I'll try and do that tomorrow. I need to figure out where I'm staying, and I don't even know if I'm going to rent a car. I may just Uber everywhere.
That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Or if we hang out, I'll just drive us around.
Okay. Well, of course we're going to be hanging out.
Yeah.
Because we got White Castle and Yardbirds and In-N-Out and record stores and comic book stores. What else do we have?
Strip clubs.
Strip clubs.
Strip clubs.
Strip clubs.
Yeah. We'll just go to Disneyland. We'll just take a 5-hour drive down to California and go to Disneyland.
Nice. I want to go on that, what is it, Guardians of the Galaxy ride?
Yeah, that's awesome.
I would like to go on that. Well, let's go over, you want to go over previews?
Let's go over previews.
There are some pretty cool things coming out this week.
You want me to screen share, or are you going to screen share?
No, you can screen share. I'm going to just pull up the, I'll tell people what the discount is as you go through the previews catalog.
All right, all right.
Okay.
All right, so here we go. Let's see what's coming out this week. I think is this the last week of October? Yes, I think this is the last week before the killer October hits us.
Yeah, this is the last week of September.
The killer month. So
what, October is going to be a killer month?
Yeah, next week is going to be harsh.
Oh, really?
I think next week is the reprint for Kingdom Come, the Absolute.
Okay.
The reprint of the McFarlane Spider-Man Omnibus.
Oh yeah.
And some other things like that. It's gonna be pretty painful next month.
Yeah, a lot of people want that Spidey Omni.
All right, so let's take a look. Here's Image. Image has just a quick selection of trade paperbacks like Cyber Force Awakening, Green Monk Blood of Mortars. That's an odd sounding book. Infidel, which is great. It's got this really great jock cover.
Oh, Infidel's a good book?
Yeah, Infidel's great.
Who wrote it? Do you know?
I don't know, but we'll find out.
Whoops. Did I
I
just
have no idea how to pronounce that name. Uh-oh.
Holy. Oh, yeah. Pornsack. Pornsack Pichote. Pichote. I've read something.
That's
yeah.
Like it's not like when you were finding like a teenager's closet. Oh my God.
Yeah, I can't remember what I've read by him before, but it was good. Let's see.
Apparently he's edited Swamp Thing, Day Trooper, Unwritten.
Oh, his comics writing debut. Okay, it must have been Infidel that I read about. A haunted house story for the 21st century. Follows an American Muslim woman and her multiracial neighbors who move into a building haunted by entities that feed off of xenophobia. Okay, I'll give that a shot. That sounds interesting. Let's see how much. Okay, I lost my file here. Where's Infidel? Infidel is getting 42% off, so it's $9.85. That's cheap.
Not bad, especially if somebody's looking for horror books for October.
Ooh, good point. Okay.
All right, give me a second here.
No problem.
Literally, my trackpad had just died on my computer.
Your trackpad died? I didn't know that could happen.
My iMac has a separate trackpad.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, so Infidel does sound like it's going to be pretty cool considering, you know, I'm just stalling here until I can get this fixed. So whatever.
Okay.
I'm not going to try to hide behind it. It's just normal battle banter between us. It's just me just plugging holes and so there's no dead air. There we go. Fuck. All right. So yeah, great book for Halloween, everybody.
Yo, there's Ricardo Drummond. Ricardo, how you doing, bud?
Medieval Spawn, Witchblade, that trade paperback gets a release. Port of Earth, which I haven't read, but it's for a small book. It has a pretty big following at my store. I don't know if anybody in the chat. Yeah,
I have the first volume of that because I think you may have told me about it. That a lot of people at your store were hyped about it.
Yeah. And then volume 9 of this small book. I don't think anybody's ever heard of it before. No big deal. Called Saga. So I think this might be the last trade paperback we'll be getting from Saga for a while because I think this is the end of the arc where they decided that the creative team is going to take like 6 months off.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a while before we see any more Saga material. This might be enough for a third hardcover. Has the third hardcover been announced yet? I don't know, but this might be enough to at least maybe get that to kind of stall everybody's hunger and fever for more Saga material. So anyways, continuing on. Dark Horse. Disney Princess, Zootopia, Hellboy, Wild Hunt, 2nd edition. New Mobius library called Inside Mobius Hardcover Volume 3. Rocket Robinson Secret Saint. I have no idea what that is, but that cover looks really fun.
Me either.
Steven Universe Adult Coloring Book. That just sounds like you draw penises on everything. And Usagi Jumbo Complete Collection.
Oh, TMNT. That's the trade of that book.
Oh, is that what it is?
Yeah, that's the only Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles book I own is the hardcover of that.
Why do you hate the Ninja Turtles?
I don't hate them. I just never read them. Stop that.
IDW has The Crow, Memento Mori, whatever. Goosebumps. A lot of kids books popping off right now. Like IDW's got Goosebumps and Mickey and Donald, and Image had Disney Princesses and Zootopia. There's a lot of kids book coming out this.
Good.
All right, so DC, there's going to be some heavy hitters on this list. So we have Action Comics 1000, the deluxe hardcover edition. This is a hardcover version of issue 1000, the first comic book to ever hit 1000 issues. Okay. Even though the new 52, they reset the number. But anyways, so this is probably, I think this is just a Nope, I think I'm lying. This is more than that. It also has Action Comics 1 and 2 in there from 1938, so that's kind of cool.
Mm.
I believe that was Brian Michael Bendis' first Superman story.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Batman Hush unwrapped hardcover, new edition. This has a new cover, a new Jim Lee cover, which is the cover they're using for the new Batman Hush omnibus, but this is the penciled version of it.
Look at that cover.
That's pretty bitching.
Yeah.
That man still has it. All right, Jess. So then we got Batman Night Quest, Volume 1, The Crusade.
Right on, man.
DC Superhero Girls, Search for Atlantis. And then here we go. Here's one of the big books for this week. Final Crisis, 10th Anniversary Omnibus. It's $150. Jess,
let's see here. Final Crisis, 50% off. So it's $75. Can you highlight that? Let's see what's in it.
And that 3% discounts for the rest of the week, right? So it's going to be good on this.
Till the 28th, yeah. So 53% off if you type in Batman as your discount code. What happens when evil wins?
This is part of the show, everybody, where Jess reads to himself and we just listen. If you enjoy this type of stuff, folks, go ahead and subscribe to the Omnibus Collectors Network. Where we have an interview with Ron Mars. Who just reads to himself.
Right. That's got, okay, good. It's got a lot of those side issues. Okay. I may pick this up. I've
never really read Final Crisis. I picked it up. I was that guy who was like, oh, Batman dies in, and I got to find that Batman book. Let me go to get that Final Crisis storyline. And I had no idea what was going on. This is just one of those storylines where it was pretty familiar these days that you have to read a lot of outside material to focus in on what's happening here. For the experience the writers seem to want you to have, a lot of times you have to kind of read a lot of the ancillary stuff that leads up into this, the auxiliary stuff. But I'm in. I'm willing to check this out because this is, like, technically it could be a part of it. Well, it is. It's a part of Grant Morrison's Batman run, so it's a part of that omnibus set, more or less, that's coming out.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the 3 Grant Morrison omnibuses, omnibuy, whatever the correct plural phrase is for omnibus.
Sure, man. Whatever.
And then this leads up into it too. So,
right.
The big old book. It's like 1,400 pages or something like that. And in stock trades, when did they update? Is it noon?
It is, noon Pacific time, 3 o'clock Eastern.
All right. Flash Deluxe Hardcover Volume 3 comes out, as well as Flash Trade Paperback Volume 7.
I'm going to get that Flash.
Justice League of America Volume 5.
You guys talking about funny books?
We're talking about the funny books, son.
We're talking about the comic-y comic books.
Ooh, what's coming out?
Well, we just got done talking about Final Crisis 10th Anniversary Omnibus hardcover, which is 53% off if you type in the code Batman because of the Batwang incident. Selling out at IST, and so they gave everybody a 3% discount. So to get
yes.
that 53% off, that's pretty cool.
The Great Batwang Incident of 2018.
Yeah.
First, you get to know what President Trump's penis looks like, and then you get to look at Batman's penis.
All in the same day.
Yeah.
That was weird. Anyway, what were we on?
we're just going through previews now. We're on DC.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, so we just got done talking Final Crisis, Flash Volume 3, hardcover for Rebirth. Is anybody reading that book? You guys?
I'm reading Flash Rebirth.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like it.
Flash Volume 7 trade paperback. Jess's favorite Justice League of America.
Who's writing that one?
Isn't this the one that Omar tricked you into buying the hardcover of? Steve Orlando.
I think it is. Yeah,
with Lobo on the team.
The very first one. Yeah, he did trick me into buying it. That rat bastard.
He super baited you hard. Silencer, Volume 1, Code of Silence. This is part of that DC new era of heroes where they created a bunch of new characters and gave them their own series. This is by John Romita Jr. does the art, and I forget who writes it. Oh, Dan Abnett writes it.
Drummond art. If you have, I am of the opinion that Final Crisis Omnibus is more for the completist. If you have the absolute Final Crisis, I don't think you need it. If you don't have Final Crisis in any form, then I would say you probably do need it. But you do need to understand that it is part of the whole Morrison, Batman, Seven Soldiers of Victory, or Seven Soldiers Omnibus. It's part of his whole run. So that's not a book you can buy and just read by itself.
Mm-mm.
You have to read the previous Morrison stuff that leads up to it.
It's a big piece of the puzzle, but like a puzzle, if you only have like part of it done, it still doesn't make a lot of sense.
Yeah.
It's like most of Morrison's work, though. Most of his work is like that.
Yeah, there's not a lot of standalone stuff like Joe the Barbarian and Klaus.
All right, so then after Silencer, how about we go at Super Sons?
Which I love.
I can't wait for that omnibus to come out.
Right, me too.
I'm in for that. And Titans trade paperback book, Volume 1, Together Forever.
I don't know anything about that.
Marvel's got a couple big books this week as well. Avengers Forever trade paperback. I love this story. The story is great. If you haven't read it before, this is a great book to pick up, where a team of Avengers kind of plucked out of time, like different versions of different characters throughout time, come together to go up against Kang the Conqueror. It's pretty cool.
Oh, I haven't read that. That sounds really cool.
Yeah, it
sounds pretty badass.
Avengers West Coast Epic Collection Volume 1. Ben Riley's Scarlet Spider-Man Volume 4. I have no idea what Dark Horde trade paperback pages from Books Ascend Complete Collection is. It looks like just another or generic book. 2 Exiles books. You got the Old School Exiles Complete Collection Volume 1 and the New Exiles Volume 1. That's going to be a little confusing probably.
I need to get that Exiles Complete Collection because I lost all those Exiles in the flood of last year.
I've never read Exiles. I've always heard good things about it.
Yeah, me either. I didn't get a chance. It got wiped out, but it's supposed to be really good. And yeah. Omar's in the chat making trouble, claiming that The Crossing is the greatest Avengers story ever. Omar, if you have time to be chatting in the chat, why aren't you on the show?
Yeah. Come fight me, and I'll tell you how awesome Maggot is. Yeah, this is that Judd Winnick, Jim Calaflori series I always heard so much about. All right, so let's see here. What else is next?
I just hear a cricket.
I don't know.
I swore I thought I just heard a cricket. Okay.
Guardians of the Galaxy by Jerry
biggie.
Duggan. That's the big one right there. This is the series or the run that leads up to all the Infinity War stuff happening right now.
Let me see if I can find if that's a 50%er. Guardians of the Galaxy is 50% off. Tack on that 3% Batman code. You'll be saving money.
Word. Hulk, World War Hulk 2 trade paperback. This is Amadeus Cho Hulk still. This is the end of that before the regular Hulk comes back. Iron Man Army Wars trade paperback. We got another Thor Epic Collection and Deadpool. Are You Deadpool trade paperback. And then here's all the random stuff here. Klaus hardcover New Adventures of Santa Claus is coming out.
Ooh, that sounds good.
I don't see anything else I'm interested in here down here.
Okay, whoa, hey, whoa.
Whoa, what? Trolls?
I don't know. No, Trolls? I'm just trying to see what's going on here.
I don't think there's anything. There's Stumptown.
Yeah.
Street Fighter the novel.
Oh, are we done? Oh, okay.
Which?
This is the Omar section of the weird books and the manga books and things like that.
The weird books and the manga books.
The mangoes. Okay.
All right, so that's it. What? Anything else here? All right.
I don't think so.
We're good then. Awesome. And that is that, everybody. What are you getting?
Luis, how's it going?
Just going.
Yay, Luis is on.
Yeah. How's everything?
Good. I'm just reading Near Mint Condition giving me shit in the chat.
Oh, he does that all the time. That's Omar, for those of you that don't know.
Yeah.
Instead of spending time with his family, he's spending time with us.
Right. He did say he's in the doghouse.
Or instead of making good comic book recommendations, he's recommending fucking Crossing again.
Oh, man. Hey, somebody has to like it.
Baba Booey to you, Drummond Art. J. Don, anyone think that the Guardians Omni is worthwhile? Apparently, it is. I have not read it, but it's gotten some really strong recommendations from some of the Marvel maniacs in the Omnibus Collectors comic swap and community, namely like Peter M. and Ryley Moore. They rave about it.
Riley's talked very highly about it.
Yeah, Dugan's Guardians of the Galaxy, which stops and then goes right into what book? Wait, I have it on my IST wish list because I'm getting it tomorrow. Because the omnibus ends and goes right into a trade paperback that I'm not remembering the name, but I will pull it up here real quick.
It's Infinity War stuff, isn't it? Like
yeah. What's it called?
Infinity War. Or Infinity Wars, I think it's called. I think it leads into Adam Warlock. I think it's because issue 150. I think it was issue 150 of Guardians of the Galaxy. It was supposed to be the Adam Warlock story that brings Adam Warlock back and starts the Infinity War storyline.
Infinity Countdown.
Countdown, that's what it was. Cool.
Infinity Countdown, yeah. So if you're going to get Guardians of the Galaxy Omni, make sure you pick up Infinity Countdown trade paperback too, because that continues the story.
Yeah, that's the whole Adam Warlock stuff too, probably.
Okay.
Huh. Anyone excited for the CW's The Flash to restart? I'm so behind.
Dude, I've got to be like 3 seasons behind, bro.
I'm easily 3 seasons behind.
Yeah.
So it's better than Bendis' Guardians of the Galaxy run. My cat could write a better run than that.
We have Luis sitting in for Omar tonight with the Bendis hatred.
I thoroughly enjoy it. A lot of Bendis' work. That shit was horrible. That was terrible.
Pretend you don't see it back here. I had a thought and I can't. Oh, I want to see Netflix Maniac, man. That thing sounds great.
I'm dying to see that.
Yeah, and did you read what I sent you about what's available in October for Netflix scary stuff?
No, I didn't see that.
Okay, I sent that in the chat. So I found a list of everything that's good and scary on Netflix.
Ooh, I will definitely have to sit down and check that out. I'm excited because I'm sitting down tomorrow night to watch the 4K of Halloween.
You're starting early, huh?
Oh yeah, I've been starting early. I saw the 4K of Predator last night, and I'm watching the 4K tomorrow of Halloween. No, I didn't get a chance to watch because I decided I was going to sit down and watch Predator last night, so I didn't get a chance to watch Friday the 13th like I'd planned. So I'm watching that tonight, and tomorrow I'm watching Halloween.
Halloween #1, the first, the original?
Yeah, they're re-releasing it in 4K. It comes out tomorrow. So I'm excited.
Yeah, boy, you have really been getting the most out of your setup, haven't you?
I paid a good amount for it. I'm gonna damn sure make sure I get the most out of it. So yeah, I have been. I love movies.
Yeah, that's great. I sometime this week I am going to. I said I was going to do it today, but I ended up having to do something else. I want to binge Maniac. It sounds marvelous on Netflix. And I want to catch up on Legion, which I've been saying for the past 6 months.
We all need to sit down and watch this season of Legion. Although I've heard mixed things.
I haven't heard a thing.
I've heard just a few mixed things.
Some
people were frustrated with how it ended. Some people really enjoyed it, but you know.
Well, I haven't seen Legion. I have no idea what that's about.
Oh my gosh, I loved it.
Like it. You would like the first season of Legion.
Yeah, I really liked it. I need to get Hulu so I can watch the Stephen King thing. What's it called?
Castle Rock.
Castle Rock. Yeah, I need to somehow get Hulu. I don't have it.
Castle Rock is one of those things that it's over. The season's over, and I've heard it gets better as it goes.
And I hear it ends very open-endedly too, so there's a lot of unanswered questions. So there's probably gonna be another season.
You were enjoying it though, right, Gabe?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it a lot. I'm way behind on it. Like I'm probably only like 5 or 6 episodes in, but I'm loving every one of them that pops in. It's great, really good. I'm not the biggest Stephen King fan. Not that I have anything against him, but I've never really read any of his books. I've seen most of his movies, but there's a lot of like shout outs and callbacks to like characters and storylines in this book. So it's pretty cool.
Good. I have so many TV shows I need to watch. So we talked about Netflix, we talked about Maniac, we're talking Halloween movies. Anybody in the chat want to talk about anything in particular? We've been on about an hour, and we've been trying to sort of keep it to an hour, but we can talk in the chat for a few minutes if you guys have any questions or want our opinions or want us to state facts like Irredeemable's the best book ever.
I'll co-sign that.
Oh, thank you.
Great book.
The Gifted season 2 starts tomorrow. You know, I started out loving that show, and then it turned into the biggest whine fest where everybody was whining about, even the adults were whining. Everybody just whined in that show. I saw the previews for season 2 and it looked really good, but I don't know, man. Everybody was complaining and whining, and I don't know. I was really disappointed with Gifted season 1.
Was there more whining?
Extra whining in season 2.
Oh yeah.
Jess, did you beat God of War yet? No. I am approximately 15% into the game, and I played it probably 20 hours. So
you'll get his review in about 2 years.
Yeah.
I just beat it again last night for the second time.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
How long did it take you?
I don't know. I don't keep track, but I wanted to play it again for the second time because I loved it.
I've given up on ringing the bells. I just can't. It's beyond me. Ringing those stupid bells for those runes is just everything else I can do, but those bells are kicking my ass. Kind of pissing me off.
Man, everybody in the chat is throwing down some opinions on these Netflix series season 2s. Saying Jessica Jones has been pretty bad. Luke Cage is pretty bad. Iron Fist 2 is pretty bad.
Luke Cage season 2 was stronger than season 1. I thought. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, but so was my morning shit. But
whoa, take it easy.
No, for real, I liked it a lot. Did you see it?
No.
Dude, Bushmaster is great.
I wasn't interested. The first season lost me.
I love season 2. Season 2 was great. Season 2 of Jessica Jones was horrible. I was
watching Jessica Jones season 2.
I couldn't
go to Netflix. I turn it on. It starts up, and I'm watching it. I'm like, all right, this is all right. This is getting all right. This is pretty cool. And then Luke Cage shows up at the bar. I was watching season 1 and didn't realize it because of how just uninteresting and how unoriginal season 2 is.
Season 2 is really good, man.
Of Jessica Jones?
No, season 2 of Jessica Jones is horrible.
That's what I'm saying. I got it confused with season 1 and didn't know the difference. It was like the exact same tone and exact same like shooting style, and just everything was just so unoriginal that I just thought it was the first season, or that I was watching the second season. Hey, baby.
I still think the first season of Punisher is the best of the Netflix stuff, followed really closely by the Daredevil first season.
Yeah, dude, Daredevil and Punisher is the best thing that Netflix has done.
Yeah, I need to see Punisher.
You haven't watched Punisher yet, Jess?
I have not.
You really should. It's really good.
Yeah, Dave K and Clark Nato are giving me tips on the bells. I will. I'm at a bell part right now, and I'll go on YouTube and see which bells are timed the best and figure it out. I'll figure it out. But they are throwing me off. I figured out puzzles on my own, which is good for me because I usually hate puzzles. But yeah, those bells are just timed so weird, and you got to be really fast and accurate. And I don't have the reflexes anymore. God damn it!
Just stop and go play Spider-Man.
You'll like it a lot more.
Yeah, seriously.
How far are you into Spider-Man now, Gabe?
I just beat Mr. Negative. I guess there's more after it. I thought Mr. Negative was the main series or the main villain of the game, but I just beat him. So I'm about 65-70% done with everything. It's still lots of fun. It's so good. I'm just webbing around town as Spider-Man 2099. It's awesome.
Can you, I don't know, is it giving anything away if I ask if you can play as the Iron Spider?
You can play as the Iron Spider, yeah.
That is who I'd play. I love that costume.
Well, it's the Iron Spider from Infinity War.
Okay.
Yeah.
The bells are Jess's table. Referring to Ryley's table. Yeah, they are. Good analogy, Kyler.
Oh yeah, Defenders. What did you guys think of Defenders?
I never saw it.
Never finished it.
I didn't finish it either. Just those shows just coming out in time of my life, and just so much is going on. Having kids and that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. But yeah, I mean, I think I got up to like the the part in Defenders where they all kind of meet in that Chinese food restaurant, and then I just kind of just lost interest.
Yeah,
I was kind of enjoying it. I was waiting for things to finally happen, but I just didn't feel like having to go back. But both Daredevil 1 and 2 are really good. Punisher's really good. I enjoyed most of Luke Cage season 1. Most of it. And then it got kind of weird with the whole magic bullet thing.
Yeah, Luke Cage season 1, I guess spoilers for season 1, takes a huge dive after Marsha, I think is, how to pronounce his name? I don't know. Cottonmouth. The actor, he plays Cottonmouth in the show after he ends up dying like 5 episodes in. I was like, really?
They killed the star of that show. That guy was a scene stealer.
You're really going to kill off the best character you have on this show. Okay, hopefully it gets better. No, it doesn't get better.
Oh, they're probably going to replace him with another badass villain. Oh, no, wait, it's that guy.
It's pretty
Top Red.
Tyler Trent with some important news that the Thing Legends figure was spotted in Walgreens in North Carolina today. So that means it may be making its way up to Virginia. I need the Thing to complete this shelf here.
Did you get a Silver Surfer, Jess?
I do. He's over in front of Ultimate Fantastic Four because he couldn't fit here when the Thing shows up.
Okay.
Or I guess I can jam them all in, I guess.
Yeah, just jam it in.
Yeah, he's actually... Silver Surfer is one of the more dynamic figures. I really like it.
Yeah, he's cool looking. They did a great job on that one. They did a great job on all these Walgreens exclusives.
Yeah.
So Clark Nato wants to know, do we think Dark Phoenix and New Mutants is going to still happen, or is that dead with the merger?
Have we heard anything of that?
Didn't they just release new pictures of Dark Phoenix?
When was Dark Phoenix supposed to come out? This year, right?
Yeah, they pushed that back a while ago. I think it was supposed to originally come out in November, but they pushed it to like November next year or something like that.
Yeah, I was super excited for New Mutants. That stuff has to come out. They're not going to just shelve it. The movies are pretty much done at this point. They were supposed to come out this year already. That it's got to come out eventually. I was interested in seeing the New Mutant stuff. That trailer looked fucking great.
Me too. I 100% agree with that.
Didn't they go back and say they're going to like reshoot?
Yeah,
everything.
Not everything, but they were going to do extensive reshoots. I think New Mutants is supposed to be a horror movie.
I really want that to happen.
I do too. I don't want any of these to not happen, but I don't know if it is. We haven't seen anything about it in a long, long time. I swore something told me that it wasn't going to happen, but yeah. I'm gonna take the Luis approach on this and just be negative and be like, it's not coming out. It's not coming out.
Nah. They sunk way too much money in that. It's gonna get released.
It might be one of those things where they sunk a lot of money into it and they'll never make their money back. So I don't know. Maybe they just want to deal with it. I don't know.
They'll say,
we don't have any insider information, but
or you know what? They'll just throw it on Netflix. A lot of studios have done that now, where their stuff that they try to market it to movie studios, and movie studios are like, yeah, this isn't going to do that well. It's just like, all right, we'll just sell the rights to Netflix and let them do whatever they want with it. It happened with Andy Serkis's Jungle Book movie.
A lot of the movies that I sent you the link to for the Netflix Scary October movies, a lot of them are Netflix original shows.
Yeah.
Or movies rather.
Netflix has become that. Netflix has become the equivalent lately of that channel where you would turn it on at 1 o'clock in the morning on Saturday, and you get like a really weird horror or like sci-fi indie movie that it's really low budget, but it's still pretty cool and it still works. They've got a lot of that stuff going on right now, and I'm loving it.
Dark Satari, yesterday we talked about on the show, we did talk about the Captain Marvel trailer, and I can sum it up that Gabe and I liked it. Luis was really meh about it. The word meh was like created just for him for that. He was very unenthusiastic about it, but we both were kind of excited about it. So That and as far as Venom goes, I've decided I'm going to go see that no matter what. I don't want to see any more trailers. I just want to go see his face just turn into Venom with a big herkin tongue come out of it, and I want to see if Carnage is in it, and that's a movie I'm going to see. So that's just my opinion.
Whoever thought Venom was going to get his own goddamn movie? That's crazy. I'm talking to myself, aren't I? No.
They were trying to get. I was more surprised that the rumored Aunt May movie, where she was like a secret agent or something like that. That Sony was trying to really push for a Spider-Man universe.
They should just do like Aunt May Sex in the City with
Oh,
Marissa Tomei.
I would watch a Marissa Tomei Aunt May movie.
You know what I would do?
Is Venom R-rated?
No, PG-13. It's been confirmed.
PG-13, Dark Satari.
Yeah, there's still rumors floating around. Is it going to be connected to the MCU? Is it not? So they went the PG-13 route, so they could.
Did you guys talk about? No, we haven't. Joaquin Phoenix latest leaked footage with the Joker makeup. Lou, you have some opinions on this.
I cannot fucking wait for this movie. Joaquin Phoenix is fantastic. He is a badass actor. The last few movies he's put out have been phenomenal, and I can't wait to see what this crazy bastard is going to do with the Joker. It's going to be. I honestly can't wait.
And that's just from leaked photos, right?
Yeah, well, there was also, they released, we briefly touched on this the other day. They released the screen test, the testing footage of the makeup and everything like that. And immediately a lot of fans online went, yeah, he looks like John Wayne Gacy when we used to dress up as a clown.
Right.
So he gave everybody, it was kind of creepy vibes.
Yeah, well, good. Good. That's part of the excitement then.
I think every clown looks like John Wayne Gacy because he was a clown. Yeah,
a dog Satari. Apparently the Joker's name in the movie is Arthur Fleck. Ben Affleck.
A Fleck.
Yep.
That's funny. Oh, that is really funny. I think I'm going to start October 1st. I'm going to start with It. And on October 2nd, I'm going to watch Hereditary.
You really owe it to yourself to watch It.
I'm going to start with the Monster Squad.
Oh, that sounds good.
That's good.
I like fun Halloween movies, not scary, evil Halloween movies.
Monster Squad is good, dude.
I have the album soundtrack for that, and it's really good. So I should watch that.
Monster Squad was a movie that caused me to go up to my parents and ask what a virgin was. That was a weird experience. They got not mad at me, but they were like, "Where'd you learn that word? What are you watching?"
I'm virgin. Oh, that's funny.
And that's how I learned that Wolfman had nards.
Gabe, you haven't seen It, right?
I've seen it, yeah.
Oh, I'm surprised because I know you have a thing like with children and stuff like that. I'm surprised you saw it. You don't like kids getting hurt in movies.
Yeah, but that's kids getting hurt by a fake creature.
Nah.
It's different when it's like, movies about like actual like child kidnappings or like child pornish type movies, things like that. Those things really, really get to me. Or actual real things happening. If it's like a real life event, that's when it gets scary.
I'm just happy.
I would never worry in the back of my mind as a parent that one day a clown out of the sewer is going to eat my kids. But as a parent in the back of your mind, you always worry that they're going to get kidnapped or bad things happen to them. Like that. So
I'm just glad that they drastically changed the ending.
To It?
Yeah, from the book.
Oh, okay. I don't know either the book or the movie, so I'm going to be. Here's how Michael Lombardo. Here's how I'm displaying it. It's just sitting propped up next to my table that I don't have. I have no idea where I'm putting this book. It could fit it on a shelf, but I'd have to pull something out. I know. I'll take Chris Ware's Building Stories and send it to Louise.
You could throw that shit in the trash.
Can't do that, man. People won't get mad at you.
It's a box.
You're not allowed to do bad things to books that you don't like.
Oh, please. It's a box full of crap is what that is.
I know my co-host.
I'm sorry. I don't care about the one-legged woman or whatever it is. I genuinely tried giving it a shot. And I was like, I have a box full of shit now. Thank you, Chris Ware.
See, that's one of those books that everybody praised as being like artistic achievement. And a lot of people like hate it because artistic achievement isn't what they're looking for when they're looking for like cohesive storylines. So that's how I feel when people talk about like Dunkirk. I'm like, that movie was boring and shit. And everyone's like, oh, it's beautifully shot and the score is wonderful. And I don't care. So that seems to be what building, or what was it called? Building stories.
To be fair, Dunkirk is the 4K for Dunkirk is one of those things where you put on if you want to show off what like a 4K TV can do.
Oh, really?
But, yeah, but in terms of story, there's not much going on there. It's a beautiful.
Does the 4K make the story any interesting?
No. In fact, I fell asleep watching it like 3 times. It's not. I didn't find it that interesting, but it is beautifully shot. It's a beautiful movie, and like you said, it sounds amazing. But it's just plot. It's light on plot.
Okay.
Tyler Trent's right. Halloween Town is the greatest Halloween movie.
What's it about?
I have no idea. I'm just agreeing with him.
I
was thinking Halloween Tree.
Oh,
Halloween
yeah.
Tree is like one of my favorite Halloween movies.
You do like Halloween Tree. That's right.
I do.
And I haven't seen Nightmare Before Christmas, so I should probably watch that in October.
You should watch that now.
Yeah, that's a classic. I'm
surprised you have a teenage daughter and never seen Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should watch that with her. She wants to see Deadpool 2 now that it's out.
I love Deadpool 2.
Yeah,
you can have a nice like father-daughter moment and watch Nightmare Before Christmas and have awkward, weird moments watching Deadpool with your daughter.
Yeah, there were some awkward moments watching the first Deadpool with her.
I could believe that.
Yeah, she was like, "Oh, Dad, you didn't tell me about this part." I'm like, "I forgot." Just like pillow over her face. It was just like, ah. Okay, this might be a good time to talk about InStockTrades.com, where you can get up to 50% off your collected editions. Loyalty discounts add 2%. This week until the 28th of September 2018, using the code BATMAN, you can get an extra 3% off your books. It does not stack, but if a book's 50% off, you'll be able to get 53% off using the code BATMAN because of what Gabe and I talked about the first 10 minutes of the show, the snafu with Batman Damned and hundreds of people ordering hundreds of copies. So that's good. A nice little perk there, 3% off. Over $50 in an order gets you free shipping in the United States, fabulous packaging, and the best customer service around. That's InStockTrades.com, our sponsor.
And 50% off Kyle Rayner Green Lantern for this week as well to celebrate our interview with Ron Mars Wednesday, 5 p.m. Pacific time.
Mm-hmm.
So that will stack with that 3%. So you can get this for 53% off this week. First appearance of Kyle Rayner. A lot of great stuff in here as well. So we'll talk about Ron Mars. We'll talk about this with Ron Mars on Wednesday. But one more thing to throw on your order to try and get you over that $50 mark for that free shipping in the U.S.
Well, we've got a TV argument going on in the chat right now. I personally would much rather stay home and watch a movie than go to the cinema.
I'm the same way at this point. My setup it's not an amazing setup by any means necessary, but in terms of quality, it rivals some of the cheaper cinemas around here.
Yeah, you've got an amazing setup, I think, and I don't blame you for just wanting to stay home, pause the movie, go to the bathroom, get yourself some iced tea, come back. You got awesome pants. Sound.
Dude, it's the point where if I can wait for it outside of like the Marvel stuff, because that stuff gets spoiled pretty quickly, or something I really have to see right away, I'll just wait.
Yeah, I don't blame you a bit. I am not a fan of other people in theaters at this point, so I would much rather go when there's nobody else in the theater or wait and see it on my home theater.
Yeah, I'm getting that way too. I'd rather go. I'm off on Mondays, so I love going to movies like Monday matinee and there's nobody in the theater. Because these movies these days, especially these superhero movies that we all love and want to see, they're getting bigger and bigger and grander and larger. And there's an experience with watching it in a theater.
Right.
But too bad that experience also comes with, you know, people on their phones and crying kids and stuff like that.
That's the most annoying part. I fucking shut your phone off, please. Shut your phone off in the movie theater, like it. At the
or don't bring your kid. Like who still does that today?
Dude, I went to see I went to see Hereditary. This woman brings in her 5-year-old kid. I mean, I have no place to talk because my parents let me see The Exorcist at that age, but they didn't take me to the fucking theater to see it.
Yeah, but who does that? I don't know how that's still a thing. This has been a thing in theaters probably since the beginning of cinema. And who still does that? Like, who is that person that, I don't know, maybe they never experienced this when they were going to a theater before having a kid and having somebody else's kid screaming through the movie. Or I've been there where the kid's crying and the mother's walking it back and forth, trying to rock it back to sleep.
Yeah, in the hallway, right like in the theater, but like the hallway leading up to the seats.
Right. So that you don't see them, but they can still watch the movie and you can still hear their kid screaming. Yeah.
Get a babysitter if you can.
Who does that? Does that still?
Okay. Anything else you guys would like to talk about? Or have we pretty much run out of Omni gas here?
Follow us on Instagram. Don't add me on Facebook.
Okay.
Check out Heroes in Crisis this week. Might want to stay off the internet tomorrow because Hero in Crisis is going to have a big spoiler. It'll probably be all over the internet.
Gabe, just message me and tell me. Like, I really don't care.
Okay. Yeah, I think that's all I got. I'm not going to show my feet, Tyler Trent.
That is just the weirdest tangent that these guys are on.
$50 super chat.
$50?
I got Hobbit feet, so watch out. Big size 13.
Watch him.
What happened?
Watch the pony.
I don't know. We may all of see Tyler Trent. No, $2 isn't going to get a toe, dude.
Just all of a sudden became my agent. Wow.
That's right. I demand $50 for my client's fee.
By the way, there is a difference between 4K and non-4K. That really bothers me when people say that. Like, well, go to a place.
No, I'm sorry. Go for it.
Gabe, how many times have I shown you screenshots of stuff in 4K and not 4K, and you can easily tell the difference? Like the Matrix screenshots when I showed you.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. I want to see Matrix in 4K so bad, like in a real, like an environment like yours or something similar. But this is the same argument that we had, God, 10 years ago when it was, 1080p became a real thing and HD became a real thing for the first time. You always had those people who were like, I don't see the difference. Well, either, there's some kind of weird condition you have where you can't see the extra lines in the resolution, or you just never have, or you don't have that kind of TV and you're just going off of hearsay from everybody else. I don't know what to tell you, but it's the same argument that comes up every generation. I can't tell the difference. They probably just did the same thing with 8 tracks and you know,
VHS and
VHS tapes and cassettes and vinyl. I mean, people still say vinyl sounds better. I think it does, but there's those people who just can't believe that.
There's actually, I was reading an article the other day. DVD is still the biggest seller around the world.
Not even Blu-ray, just plain DVD?
DVD outsells Blu-ray around the world still.
Huh.
Yeah. Which is crazy to think about it.
Yeah. I think that I think it can be subjective that some people just can't tell the difference.
I remember the first time I bought a HD TV and I plugged in my Xbox 360. And I made that transition from a big ass CRT to like a flat screen HD TV, like a 1080p.
Oh yeah.
And I turned on my Xbox, and just the startup menu was just a completely new experience. Playing Gears of War. This is the time when Gears of War 1 first came out that I bought an HD TV.
That looked amazing about that.
That was a totally different experience.
Yeah.
You saw what it was about. I was an instant fanatic into it. And I can see that going with 4K, or even I think next is supposed to be 10K.
8K is, I think it's 8K. But there's 8K. They're already working on it, but it's years out before it becomes a household name. And then you have micro LED and like a whole bunch of other crap that they're working on right now. So, but we're years out from something like that coming into the market.
All righty. Let's see. Gabe, where can they find you on the interwebs?
You can find me on Instagram, Gabe Infinity Watch. Follow OmniBros _live on Instagram as well. And I'll be in the Omnibus Collectors Facebook group as well. Not so much. I still only see sales posts, and I don't care about sales posts very often.
Oh, on your phone?
On my phone, yeah.
That blows.
I can get and see like the regular board, but I have to go through like these different channels and these different selections to find it and do it. It's a pain in the ass.
That is really annoying. Luis, where can they find you?
Comics Guide 101.
That's right. If you want to learn how to read certain series and characters, that's the place to go to. And this week, I'm going to read and review Steve Lichtman, because I just got it and it looks hilarious. That's Omnidog's Vault on YouTube. So on behalf of Gabe and Luis, I am Omnidog saying peace and love, peace and love. Thank you, chat. Tonight was great, and we appreciate all the support. Remember, IST discount code Batman gets you an extra 3%, and the Ron Mars interview is Wednesday, and the Ron Mars Kyle Rayner Green Lantern book is an IST special, 50% off.
Tyler Trent, that sounds very suspicious. I'm not going to try
that. Tyler Trent is a troublemaker.
He says try friendly app, and that sounds like it's going to lead me down something terrible.
Yeah, you don't want to go down that hole.
Yeah, that's like, hey, go to Lemon Party. I'm like, oh, okay, Lemon Party. That sounds fun. Ah, don't go to Lemon Party.
Now I gotta Google it.
Yeah, you do.
Maybe I better not.
No, you should.
Now I know I shouldn't. Okay, peace and love, peace and love. Thank you, everybody. Please like us and subscribe to us. We're getting closer to that 2,000 subscriber giveaway.
Woohoo! Good night, everybody.